boy dropping bombs. That boy goddamn hitting the horns. I'm talking about the whole nine when we starting this joint off, man. It's your boy Don Peoplez and Trav. You can't help but get hype when you hit it with the horns and all like that, man.
Yeah,
You can't help it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That shit loud as fucking my ears. I don't know how it's time to y'all.
Hold up. First off, we got to shout out your new camera, man. Shout out to the monetization,
Actually,
man.
this is not new. This is not no.
I mean,
whatever.
not a
new camera.
That shit looking good. That shit showing every. I mean, come on, man. Go ahead and smile. You know what I'm saying?
I just ain't been had it. I just ain't used it while we've been streaming.
Oh man, yeah.
I be moving slow on things sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I think what I was using was working fine, but today had a little time to test.
And that's what I'm saying. I gotta put my camera effect on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling sexy enough for this shit right now, man.
I don't even worry about it, bro. I got some coming up. I'm working on
like
something big. I'm working on something big.
I gotta have some in the wind one time. You know what I'm saying?
I am working on something big for us.
You know what's so crazy? You know it's so crazy that the motherfucking summertime, then goddamn, the summertime then goddamn got over.
It flew by.
Flew by, man. We in motherfucking fall.
How long was it? Yesterday the first day of fall or today? Yesterday.
I think today. Right? I think yesterday or today, man. The fact is, we at fall, and this shit just ain't what's up, man. Like the whole summer then jump by on the nigga. Like let's keep it a beat. Whole summer gone.
I'm ready for Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, I got my winter wardrobe together. Like I ordered some nice coats and everything.
You order much, not in Atlanta. Stop playing. But
well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain coats you can't wear now. It's certain drip because I do plan on going to some cold climates in the wintertime. So I had to get a certain type of drip. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're right. You can't wear but certain coats. But it get a little nippy down this motherfucker, though. It's going to start getting cold. True. Best believe that. And I'm hoping it's a little nippy for the Browns Falcons game because, a nigga got a nice little Browns coat I want to put on. It ain't too heavy. It ain't too light. But I want to be able to put it on. I gotta put that shit on. What that nigga AB do? I gotta put that shit on. You feel what I'm saying? That's what that's what I gotta do, man. I gotta put that shit on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that I can get involved and be able to wear that, and it's not too hot. You feel what I'm saying? But I know niggas in tune in to hear what I'm trying to put on. You know how I just be ramping and raving and shit like that on this Wednesday night, man. I know y'all tuning in to us on the late, man. Hope y'all relaxing. Some of y'all might be at work putting in that third shift. Some of y'all might be, doing something inappropriate. Who knows? As long as you tuning in or you catching us on the replay, that's all we can ask, man. But one thing I can say, man, it looks like Atlanta about to get ready to turn into Vegas at night. You feel what I'm saying? For those who haven't known, and I was one of the people that's just now getting in the loop about this situation because I really wasn't aware. But there's a company that bought up, some real estate, the underground and some other stuff. I'm gonna let the homie go ahead and explain what's going on, and we're gonna tap in and tell y'all what we feel about
it. And they about to you've been to Vegas before, right? And you've been to Times Square, New York. So they said they about to build a mixture of that in Atlanta. They about to they spent $6 billion on this project they about to do in Atlanta. Where they about to have they spent $6 billion in Atlanta where they about to put this strip in Atlanta. They're gonna turn Atlanta into a tourism attraction. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. You gotta be at them private meetings to know that. Yeah. So they about to put a whole bunch of billboards. So we can bring in ad revenue to the city. Like Times Square got. But then they gonna make a strip like Vegas where it's nothing but resorts, casinos, malls, restaurants, whatever, like high-end. They about to build that in Atlanta. So what they about to do is buy out everybody's properties and hoods, like grandma house. Yeah. You feel me? Like, they don't, what I'm saying? They doing that shit right now. So
yeah, my bad. They had them pipes back there. You know what I'm saying? I heard them pipes.
Oh, no, yeah.
Put up in that cutlass. So y'all could hear the audio. Y'all could hear what Buddy was pretty much saying, right? Donnie, you can hear what Buddy was pretty much saying.
Yeah, I heard what he was on, and I mean, what do y'all think about that? I mean, overall, getting casino / Times Square. I mean, do we want to really be like the West Coast? Do we really want to be like New York? Because I think if we do that, then Atlanta is officially lost all of its essence in the South. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've officially lost your root. You know what I mean? Like you kind of gonna be like South Beach, so to speak. You feel what I'm saying?
What do you
like,
mean?
I think it's gonna be like a South Beach or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to where niggas don't really talk about Miami and the hoods of Miami and some of the good restaurants, the strip clubs, all that just in Miami. Niggas go to Miami and all they think about is South Beach. Well, South Beach technically ain't Miami. And I think when
tourists go to Miami, a lot
of tourists go to Miami, and not saying that the tourists don't come to Atlanta, because they do, but they come to Atlanta for different reasons. If you want Vegas, you go to Vegas. If you want Times Square, you go to Times Square. Me personally, I don't like Times Square. You know, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a Times Square fan. I'm not a Times Square fan. And I think that if Atlanta does that, it's gonna lose its essence as far as like what Atlanta is about. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and, let me help you. Let me help you understand what he means by like Times Square. What he means is they're going to put up billboards, and that's going to bring in more marketing and ad dollars, advertising. Now they're gonna get paid a lot of money off of that. And this is what they're about to do right here in between. I've been hearing people talk about this. So right there in between where the underground is and up to Phillips Arena, that little strip right there, all that little area right up in there. That's what they're about to do with that area. Casinos, maybe a resort or two, the Times Square vibe where you got the big screens and the big billboards all up and down there. I mean, I'm with it, man. You know, it's gonna bring so much money to the city, and I think they really gearing for the World Cup 2026 because they are in that running for one of the whole cities if they didn't get it. But
no, I don't think they announced it yet. I don't think they announced it yet. But I mean, that's cool for Atlanta to be involved in all that. But for me, as a person that's been in Atlanta 17, 18 years, I know you get out a lot more than me as far as on that type of time, touristy type shit. But it's kind of like, I mean, me personally, you don't
want the city to grow.
Not saying that, because I mean, I just seen the city grow. Now, when I came down here, it was different from what it is now. But no, do I want my city to kind of grow into a Vegas? No, because I'll go to Vegas if I want Vegas. I'll go to New York if I want New York. You know, I kind of like the downtown how it is. I mean, the casinos and stuff like that, they said the same thing with Cleveland, right? And I can only use Cleveland as an example. When we got the casino up in the city, you know, oh, it's going to bring this much revenue. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. Niggas still broke as fuck. Niggas still don't got shit. And yeah, does the flats look a little bit better with the casino there and the different businesses that came around? Yeah, it looks a little bit better as far as that part, but it didn't bring overall revenue to the city. So all that's going to do is move all, like he said, the mom and pops, the grandmas and stuff like that. Will they get double the pay for their property? You know what I'm saying? Like if their property is valued at $300,000, will they get $600,000? Yeah, of course. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you start doing that, you're selling the rest of Atlanta down a corporate road, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you move to the South for the South, man. Niggas move down here for the slower vibe. I ain't trying to get it to where it's like a up-tempo New York, Vegas type vibe. I like the more slower draw of Atlanta. And that's what it's losing. That's what I would think that's what drove a lot of people from the North to Atlanta, because from where we from, it's fast moving, fast paced, whatever the case may be. You know, when you come to the South, everything's kind of done on a different pace and it's losing that pace. And I think that part right there is going to be the thing that ultimately knocks it out.
Man, Atlanta's always been a metropolitan area. It's always been a city, bro. Now I understand what you're saying. It might be a little more fast-paced in cities like New York, stuff like that. But you know, it is what it is, man. Before you know it, it's going to be 10 million people here.
And that's what I don't want, because we already got some of the worst traffic ever to mankind. Like Atlanta got some of the worst traffic, bro. And I'm so glad. I don't. Yeah, it's not LA. It's not LA traffic, and it's not downtown New York, Manhattan traffic.
It's not New York traffic,
but it's still the worst traffic that I've ever experienced on a full-time basis. And I'm so glad I don't have to deal with the city because I live in the suburbs out the way. But I'm so glad I got up out of that mess. But when I have to go into the city around traffic hours, man, it's a mess. And something like that is just going to add more to that problem. You know what I'm saying? More crime. More of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not, to me, how they try to build it like, yo, this is gonna bring money to the city, and the city gonna do this and do that. No, I mean, it's gonna bring an extra attraction. Atlanta already got a lot of shit to do for the niggas. You know what I'm saying? We don't need the casino vibe. Like I said, bro, we can go to Vegas. That's what makes Vegas to me. Like, you know, you can go to the casinos, you can kick it. It's certain aspects about Vegas that Atlanta doesn't have, and vice versa.
You ain't got to go to Vegas to go to casino though. They got.
I mean, true, but it ain't no casino in the world like a Vegas casino.
Not true.
Well, so where else?
It's somewhere else that's popping. It's in Asia, bro.
I mean, but ain't nobody going to Asia, bro. I got a passport, and I'm not going to motherfucking Asia to go gamble.
But you need to go.
But I'll go to Vegas. I'll go to Vegas
anyway. Stop going to, go to Asia, my nigga. If you got a passport, go to Asia.
I don't want to go to fucking Asia, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Go.
I'm not trying to
go to Asia. If I pay for it, we going.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'm gonna go via Skype.
You'll go in right now. If I pay for it, you gonna go.
Man, I ain't fucking with that goddamn trip. Niggas been trying to get me to go to Thailand and all type of shit. I'm not. It's just that shit
Thailand
just too
awesome, man.
Yeah, it's awesome, but it's just too far for me. I'm not trying to hop on little planes and do all that shit. I'm good. I'm just straight on that. But back to what we were saying as far as this goes, I personally feel Atlanta's going to lose its luster, man, if we invite that type of atmosphere. Selling out to the corporatocracy, bringing motherfuckers down here who just want to corporate this shit up, put billboards and shit like that. And let's DeadBolt ATL on that bitch or some of my niggas' businesses. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no sense of I don't give a fuck. I ain't eating off of it. So, no, you're right. I don't want this shit down. But anyway, as we move on into Atlanta news, now this right here, I know we talked about this recently, right? And we had talked about this, on the situation, like, you know what I'm saying? It was something that was occurring, and I thought he was a victim. But now they charging my man with murder. It's like, bro, I'm not understanding this. You know what I'm saying? And this speaking on, this Shaka Zulu situation that popped off. You know what I mean? Like, this situation right here, to me, it's kind of sketchy, man. I mean, I've heard a couple of different things. If it's in self-defense, why would he be the one that's getting charged? That's the question I got.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. We don't know, but we will find out what's going on. Obviously, he turned himself in on Tuesday, and he was released the same day on a $200,000 bond. And his charges were murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony and simple battery. His attorney is saying that he got attacked and jumped by 4 people, including the guy that got killed. So now I even think they got some video footage of the incident, man, because it was in the back of a apartment 4B. If ain't none of y'all ever been to apartment 4B, it's a cool little spot right there off of Peachtree. It's all right, man. I fuck with it. But we got to see what's gonna happen with this, man.
But
I got him a whole body. He called him a murder charge, bro.
They called him a murder charge, man, and it's so crazy, man. Where him being a successful entrepreneur, obviously with the DTP situation. I don't know what him and Luda's situation is now, but
they cool. They still cool.
They still cool. Okay, that's good. But yeah, I mean, yeah, he definitely going to get his resources, go in his bag, and just to have to fight a murder charge and fight all this shit. This is just more money for the lawyer, even though he might end up beating this shit. It's still a situation to where it's sketchy.
Like, what happened to the why can't this be a situation like Gucci? Gucci off the nigga ain't do nan time in jail. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he spent the night. You feel me? And he had to pay no bond or nothing. He just got out. And this was back in the day. It's 2022 now. Come on, y'all.
This was totally a self-defense situation, man.
If you have video surveillance of this man getting his ass whooped and he upped the pistol, and kill one of these cats, it should be fine, man. Y'all should let bro go, man. It should be no reason why he had to pay a $200,000 bond for this situation.
Facts. It's definitely a situation like that to where I'm like, yo, he definitely shouldn't have had to pay no bond. But hopefully he can make his way through this situation. But it just goes to show, man, even though Atlanta, you know, you can pack pistols and all that shit, it's still on that type of time that they might try to charge you and put you in a jam. So make sure you got your bread up, man, if you pack it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
So this next situation, obviously, man, to me, now my man's he's getting a lot of backlash today online or whatever the case may be about the deal that he made. But I personally feel that this was a genius move and it makes sense. And I think it's the most money that a trap rapper will ever receive for his fucking catalog. Let's remember who this man is. And I'm speaking of the dude Future. Now, for y'all who don't know, Future sells his publishing in a deal reportedly between 65 and 75. I'm presuming he got the 75. Now, a lot of people are saying like, okay, my man sold his catalog. That's a low number. Why he ain't get 100 million, 200 million, some type of Birdman deal, whatever. But let's not forget, man, this is from 2004 to 2020, right? So obviously all the hits that we know Future for. But Future has also had some songs that's banged from 2021. He's still banging in 2022. We're acting like Future's not relevant to this day. Like Future can still drop a #1 hit right now.
That's a fact.
And I think that's the difference. I can understand if he sold his catalog for that amount of money and he's still relevant and he's not relevant. I mean, or if he's lukewarm or whatever the case may be. Like my man is still hot. Like he's still out here and he's still making moves about, you know, what he's doing. So Future can definitely get with Drake, drop some and go #1. And now, okay, that's fresh money. That's fresh everything. And let's not forget about the touring. Let's not forget about merchandise. Let's not forget about features. Like, you know, I think this was a genius deal. And I think what he'll end up doing is putting this bread back into free bands. Because look, we got to keep it a bean. Future got to compete. He got to compete, man. You got to compete with the Yo Gottis, the QCs. You know, Yo Gotti just, you know, he signed Moneybagg Yo. He didn't sign Gorilla. You know, he's signing up everybody, right? You got to be able to compete with that. You got to be able to compete with even on Moneybagg Yo, who signed Finesse 2 times. Finesse 2 times, the hottest artist in the game right now.
Cool.
Finesse 2 times. But you know, listen, don't expose the fact that you don't be following these niggas. Just keep. I'm letting you know.
Who you say he signed to?
Finesse 2 times is now he got
Yo
a
Gotti?
crazy deal.
You said Yo Gotti, right?
No. Finesse 2 times is signed to the nigga Jay Prince's son.
Okay.
So he signed to I forget what the name of their shit is. And then he got his own situation. And then he also did a co-deal with Bread Gang, which is Moneybagg Yo's label. Okay. So he signed a Moneybagg Yo, basically. You know what I'm saying? So Future got to be able to compete. So why not use some upfront cash to be able to sign some of these young hot artists? Now he fucking with the real Boston George. I think, he's one of the hottest young artists out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he's directly signed to him or whatever. He's wearing a free band's chain. But if you notice, that's what these niggas is doing. They trying to sign up different artists. And I think Future is tired of being, in a situation to where he's just the artist. Like he's just the head artist or whatever the case may be. He ain't really got nobody, artist that, he might want to fall back like Gucci now. Might want to fall back like Gotti, where they're not really focused on their solo careers like that. But, they're focused on obviously finding the next hot act. You know what I mean? So I think this was a genius move for him to get some upfront capital. Even though Future is worth damn near 100 M's, adding fresh money, because after taxes is probably going to be about 40 million. Adding fresh money will allow him to replenish his label and do other things that he needs to do, knowing that Future is still in his prime. Even though Future been dropping hits for over a decade, we can honestly say right now Future is in his prime. Future sold over 100 and some thousand copies his first week, his last album. That's a prime number right now. You feel what I'm saying? So Future is technically still in his prime. And to be honest, I could see Future having another 7-8 year run. Easy. I mean, do you see Future declining as far as what makes Future?
Not no time soon.
Not no time soon.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be able to recoup and still make those moves. So I think getting that 75 M's up front was very important, dog. Like it was very important. And a lot of people are dissing him online, and that's why he came out with a little, you know what I'm saying, tweet saying, you know, people who are not successful don't know what success is. And that's true. People who have not you know, been successful, or people who have not smelt success, they don't know what a successful move is, or what to do in a situation like that. He getting upfront capital, man, to be able to do what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? And I think at this point, that's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of artists now selling parts of their catalog and stuff like that. And I think also for a trap rapper, let's not get it twisted. Future is a trap rapper. For a trap rapper to get 75 M's for their catalog, I think it's fucking amazing. We're not talking about a whole label. We're not talking about Cash Money. Now, remember when Birdman and all these niggas come to the table and they do their catalogs, they bring in everybody. This is just one man, you know, and he's in the trap lane. Who's getting more than that right now?
I don't think it was a bad idea to, you know, to grab a little money and put up, you know, you put some in the bank, man. You know, he already got some M's. A little more won't hurt. You know,
no,
like you said, he gonna continue to make more music, man. So Future be all right.
Yeah, Future gonna be all right. But like I said, I personally believe that this was a power move. It ain't even about putting money in the bank, because the bank ain't flip. Future from Kirkwood, bro. One thing we can say,
ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, right. But what I'm saying is, one thing I can say about Kirkwood niggas and niggas I know from Kirkwood, man, niggas is hustlers. You don't really hear about too many niggas online from Kirkwood taking L's. I believe my nigga is a hustler, and I believe he gonna do what he supposed to do with that bread. To have that money up front on hand.
Let me ask you something. What 612 songs did he say? I'm like, oh, boy, in the comments right here. Who is this? I am Diamond Latia. She said, which 612 songs though? Y'all know these rappers be in the studio all night. Imagine the 612 being freestyles, unreleased music, etc. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely catalog. We gotta understand.
Know.
We gotta understand if a person is selling their publishing, right? They're getting songs that they know that they can flip, because for the label that bought this, right, it's a flip for them too. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't buying this shit and just put it in the vault. Like, okay, you know, it's not like they're saying his catalog is valued at this and it just got appraised. Somebody bought this. So we got to understand
when the music is played or used.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So if I give you 75 M's, that means I'm going to make about 500 or better off your catalog, bro. Ain't no way in fuck. The label got to have it to where, you know what I'm saying, they're able to profit. Nobody's going to give you 75 if they can't profit off that 75. And that's what I'm trying to say about that. So I personally think it was a great move, because I think he's going to put it with some other money that he got. And he going, like I said, spice up this free band label, man, because Future's one of the hottest artists. He should have one of the dopest rosters. Like, his roster don't stack up to a couple of the niggas, especially
who he got? Casino. That's it.
I mean, he got Casino. He got my nigga Dope Boy from Cleveland. Even Dope Boy, I mean, he didn't really do what he was supposed to do. And I hate to say it, he from my city, but Dope Boy didn't really do what he was supposed to do, bro. Like, he really didn't take off like he was supposed to take off. Like, you know what I mean? He did okay. He had a couple of songs or whatever the case may be, but he didn't really take off. This new nigga he fucking with, I think, might end up taking off a little bit. But there's a couple of other people he can sign. People want to fuck with Future. He's the GOAT of this shit. So I just think he got to have a bag up front to really do some things. And plus, he might want to, you never know, he might want to diversify. He might want to be like Rick Ross and open up some wing spots or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Just having that type of money on tap, you can do a lot of different things with that. So I think it was smart to come up off that catalog when he did. You know what I mean? So kudos to Future. Now as we get out the Atlanta news and start just going around abroad, right? Like, did y'all know the pandemic over though, right? Well, I know a lot of people still probably don't know, because they still tripping a little bit in certain places about masks and all that type of shit. And, you know, it's all good. But I just want to play this little clip where Joe Biden, obviously, you know, with his old ass, you feel me? But he talking about, like, okay, the pandemic over. So I don't want niggas coming up talking no bullshit. I don't want to hear about 6 feet, masks, shots. I don't want to hear about none of that. So we're going to let Biden let y'all niggas know that the pandemic over, and then we're going to move on with the show. You know what I mean?
in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. And so I think it's changing. And I think this is a perfect example of it.
Mr. President, first Detroit Auto Show.
Well, so now we hear it from the man himself. Biden says that the pandemic is over. So we're going to move forward. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear nothing else about, any pandeezes or anything like that. Everybody can go back to the regularly scheduled program, but it's funny how they flip the script. You know what I'm saying? They're not talking about niggas getting jabbed up no more. They're not talking about any of that type of stuff. He just personally just said, yo, the pandemic is over.
They're trying to get back to the regular scheduled program.
Well, I find it funny because, midterm elections is coming up. We have a very important election down here in Georgia, which, you have basically the two candidates are going to be Brian Kemp and Stacey Abrams. Obviously, Abrams is with the Biden team. So I think they just calming down right now because they received a lot of backlash for all these mandates, man.
Hey, you know what's crazy? What's crazy? For real, man. I really don't hear anybody talking about Kemp and Kemp and Abrams. You know who people talking about in Georgia?
Who?
Herschel Walker.
I'm scared of Herschel Walker, man, because Herschel Walker, man, had all type of shit going on throughout his shit. And I can see Herschel Walker getting in office, but he's controlled, man.
Herschel Walker,
like Herschel Walker is a good old boy from down this way. He's controlled, you know what I mean? So I would hate for him to get in office. I personally think we need to keep the same person we had in office, the one that's been
Warnock. I mean, in that seat is Warnock. You know what I'm saying? I think.
They running for Senate. I'm talking about the governor because the governor really the one that decide. Okay, gun laws, all that type of shit.
I don't think it's going to change. I think Kemp's still going to be in there.
Yeah, I hope so. But Biden announced that the pandemic was over. This next thing though, man, that we want to talk about, and I know, we had brought this up, as far as like, what old girl said or whatever the case may be.
Ooh.
We got a couple of things right now. I want you to play one of the joints that you sent me or whatever the case, and I want to comment on this thing or whatever.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I had to tap out right quick. Like, I don't smoke on well. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna play this first video right here, man, where man says woman give their best selves in prime years to the toxic men, then want a good man when they damage goods on the clearance rack. Let's see what my boy Trill AC talking about.
I mean, shit, I don't care how popular you are, how good you look. Looks don't necessarily do it all for me. Like, I need to see you as a whole entire package.
Mm-hmm. Typically, when you get older, mileage has increased. Kids have increased. Your weight has increased. So you kind of fell out of your prime a bit. When you were in your prime, you were targeting toxicity. And we're not talking about you. We're talking about the average woman. So most women, when they get older, they'll start realizing, okay, this toxic dude that I've been chasing forever is not good for me. Like, I done experienced it. He's cheating all around. You know what I'm saying? He's making me feel like nothing and all this. You know what? I'm going to go try to pursue the man that's actually good for me. But by that time, you done had a kid with this toxic man. Or you done, been stressed out to where you done gain weight. So you're not in your prime no more. And that's typically how it goes. So now you are doing the good man a disservice because they're not getting you at your prime. They're getting you on the clearance rack. And that's what I feel like the problem is.
Donnie, you agree with him?
I mean, I do think that
your honest opinion.
I mean, my honest opinion, yeah. I think that women ultimately will get with the wrong dude, right? And when they get with the wrong dude, they get their best years sucked out of them. They get their life sucked out of them. And then when they get put back on the market, it's looking bad because everything now is about what you can bring to the table. What you can bring to the table and how can you benefit me? Like that's what people are looking for now.
Let me ask you something. Do you think women in their younger and prime years target the bad guys? That's who they want. That's who they desire and lust over.
I think that's been going back since we was in school. I mean, the girls never liked it, the nerds. They always liked it, the dudes that got in trouble and all like that. So I think that transpires over into adulthood too, because the woman wants the dude that's gonna be able to go out and make things shake and you know, live a bad boy lifestyle and bring the bread in. I mean, that's always been the case.
Hey man, we got some comments, man. Shout out to Lust for Goddess, man. Lust for Goddess say toxic men have the best wood.
Drop a bomb for Lustful Goddess dropping some comments on this joint.
So Lustful, what you're saying is the brothers that ain't shit, they slanging the best iron. That's what you saying right now. That's what she's saying. Like a nigga that ain't shit, just that's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I think we gotta be, you know, I think we gotta be mindful for that. I think she's right about that overall. Like, you know what I mean?
Good girls love bad boys love good girls. Yeah, I can kind of agree with you in a sense. That's just how it is. But is it wrong for men to say they don't want that? Like, I don't want you. I tried to get you 10 years ago, and now you doubling back because you see I'm up. I got my bag up. You know, I'm in shape. I'm doing good. But I was a lame back then, but now as a grown man, I'm not. The nigga you want. But no.
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel that, you know what I'm saying, ladies.
Oh wow. Lustful Goddess. I don't. She said men with their life together don't be hitting on shit. Oh
damn.
Wow. So that means you don't fuck.
Drop a bomb for that shit right there.
No,
man.
we gonna. Well, I can't drop no bomb for that.
You can't drop a bomb for that. Oh, we gotta drop. Okay,
I gotta hit her with that because that means that means you lustful. I'm gonna hate to say it. You just fuck with niggas that ain't shit. That's it. That's what you used to. That's what you used to. You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty of us brothers out here that got their shit together, that slanging goddamn motherfucking 10-foot poles up in your ass, nigga, and all that kind of shit. All that Kevin Gates shit that y'all like, you know. Nigga ain't got to be that rough, but you know.
I mean, Kevin Gates just goes overboard.
He do go overboard. Though.
Kevin
you
Gates goes overboard. I mean, I think ultimately a nigga who ain't got his shit together, that's all the fuck he got is some dick. Like, think about it, man. Most niggas who ain't got their shit together, they looking for a woman to do something for them. They looking for a woman to move in with or whatever. So they might be trying to go 10 times harder because they like, yo, this is all the fuck I got. Like, if I don't fuck the shit out of her right now, this means that she ain't gonna stop. She gonna stop fucking with me. You feel me?
Damn, hold on. Let me ask the chat something. Lost for Goddess or anybody else in the chat, a female. Do you think that I heard somebody say this. Who was it? It was Kiana Dancy. Shout out to Kiana Dancy, man. She was on Cocktails with Carly and Toso Goon show. She said most men have either one or the other. They got some good wood or they got some money. It's either one or the other. Do y'all agree with that shit? It can't be nobody in the middle. Like a nigga can't be slanging iron and be up. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all just don't meet them type of dudes because they don't be checking for y'all for real. They off in another dating bracket. They looking at something else. What is it? What do you think it is, Donnie? You think the balanced man is just not checking for the certain kind of chick, or they already taken?
I mean, it just depends on what you consider bread. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Like
it could be he could have a good job, or he could be up, nigga, to where he's sitting on 100 million. Either or.
Yeah, I mean,
money
I
is money.
I think, you know what I mean? I think a nigga can have both though. Like, you know what I mean? A nigga can be making some money, and a nigga can also be able to slang something to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I personally think that. Like, I think, you know, it doesn't. You know, I think it's more of an incentive for a broke nigga though to fuck the shit out of you because he needs you for something.
He needs you for something.
Like, this nigga needs you for something. Like,
yeah, he coming to get your car.
Like he needs your car.
I'd have been
he need to be able to stay with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when the nigga is fucking out of being desperate.
Hey, look,
how many niggas is fucking out of being desperate?
I'd have been in this situation, nigga, before I moved to Atlanta, nigga. Well, I'm in shout the car, nigga. I'm dropping her off at work, and then look, I'm picking her up late She mad as hell, nigga.
Wow.
And I'm doing this shit down there every day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm slanging that iron to her. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really, she'll trip. Then I hit her with the wood. And then the next day I'm dropping her off at work. You feel me? No gas in the car.
What, though? I think every
out.
nigga done been through that, man. When a nigga get fucked up, like you said, bro, a nigga ain't gonna motherfucking stop trying to get no play. A nigga gonna still try to do what he do. And if he find him one, he gonna try to fuck the life out of her so he can keep her and reap the benefits. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's in a man's nature. So I think, of course, a man with no bread, a nigga that's down and out, his shit probably would hit harder because this nigga putting his life into you. He putting that after 7 into you, bitch. I'm giving you all that I got.
And then look,
like,
he probably don't work no well. He got all the energy in the world. He probably don't work no well.
Don't work nowhere. That nigga got built up testosterone. That nigga ain't working. That nigga on unemployment. Man,
look,
I'm telling
probably done pot the bean.
That nigga
that
nigga, look, bro. That nigga done did something, bro. He definitely did something to make you go, But you know, like we was talking about earlier, bro. Moving on, right? Niggas ain't shit, bro. Like even this next situation that we talking about, bro. Like this nigga, man, fuck around and was in a situation where he got into a shootout or a shooting or whatever. And his girl took the bullet and died. And this nigga goes to his post, right? And I just feel like this right here, and you know what I mean, was just to me just crazy. And I'm gonna send this shit to you fresh, right?
You're gonna be small on the screen because you know how.
Well, I know you got your glasses on, so you can you could read that. But he basically, I don't know if you gonna go ahead and.
I can't pronounce brother's name though, man. I'm sure some of y'all have seen this post online today because I caught it on Facebook earlier. But he goes to say that he's grateful for all the continual support, condolences, and prayers. I also want to send condolences on my behalf to Bree's family and my sincerest apologies. Last but not least, I want to thank God for another opportunity at life and for keeping stable my mental status. Can't wait to be back to being able to do things I love, especially my music. I guess that's her at her screen name or whatever on Instagram, Bree_X01. Love you always, BBG, whatever that stands for. Because somebody drop in the comments what BBG stands for. On behalf of me and the entire team, Fully 8 Records. Thank you again. She's actually a nice looking chick too, and she jumped in front of a bullet for brother and for this nigga and got killed.
Man, I mean, this was like one of the saddest stories I came across in a while because, like, first, like, this nigga really didn't show you no respect. And I know he probably wouldn't look at it like that. He like, look, of course I'm gonna, shout out my brand or whatever, but I didn't mean no harm by it. But the way he came off was like, yo, like, your girl really took a bullet for you, right? In real life. Like, this was on some movie shit. I don't know what compelled her to take a bullet for this nigga. I don't see this nigga getting on. If he doesn't get on, then what, was the bullet in vain? Like, it's just like, I would be sad as fuck if I was the parents that my daughter was compelled to take a bullet for this man.
Yeah, they are. That's weird, man. This shit's strange, man.
Like
how do we know that she actually jumped in front of the bullet? How we know he ain't grabbed Shawty, man, on some Nino Brown shit? You remember how Nino Brown did the kid at the wedding?
Yeah.
How we know that wasn't that kind of situation, man? I don't know.
It definitely could have been a weird situation, man. You know what's so crazy? Also about like what's going on.
What that is?
Like this right here, bro. Like, and I had to send this to you fresh. Like this right here, man. Like, this shit crazy. Just to be on another note one time, right? Like, to me, like, this shit crazy right here. Like, for this right here, for the young kids right here, man. Parents, we got to do better, bro. Like, we got to do better, bro.
Oh, wow.
We got to do better, bro. Like, come on, man. Why we can't play the song because we monetize, we get paid for the videos, but my nigga is booging, man. And like, you see girl in the car seat. I mean, what are we birthing right here, man? Is this all for to go viral? This is the question I have.
It's obviously.
Look at my man, man. He into it, bro. He gonna be a thug when he get older, bro.
Man.
Look, he leading the whole mob. You know what I'm saying?
No,
He lost his first set of teeth. He ready for it.
You think they know what that motion is?
Yeah, of course he know what that motion is.
Of course he know what that is.
You know what that is, man.
Getting in some wooker.
That nigga know what that is, bro. That nigga getting in some wooker. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is what we got going, bro. Like this is like the situation when you got niggas doing shit like this. Like this next little clip we about to show. Like niggas fucking, like, would you make your chicken with this shit, bro? Like, because this is supposedly going viral. You know, NyQuil had to release a statement, like, you know, like, hey, you know, it's gonna fuck y'all up. Y'all better not do this shit. But these niggas is literally, this is what niggas is on, man. Niggas is fucking cooking they chicken in NyQuil, dog.
Wow.
Like, you know, FDA and everybody had to come out and say, like, listen, and this is what I'm telling y'all about this TikTok shit, man. Y'all gotta watch, man, what y'all kids watch on TikTok and all that. Because remember, TikTok is owned by the Chinese government. You feel what I'm saying? And they don't promote none of this shit where they're from. Like where they're from, they're promoting higher education. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. They giving awards and money for creative, entrepreneurial stuff. Over here, you know what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that goes viral. So apparently this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you pour the NyQuil in, you let that shit soak. You know what I mean? Like, first off, man, this got to be the nastiest shit ever. NyQuil, I mean, man, this shit, I mean, yeah, you look like you want to try that shit right there. You want to try that shit, Trav?
No, I ain't never been a fan of like lean and nothing like that anyway, though. So this wouldn't be my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but I just find like
of that drink.
Yeah, but I just find that
it's weird. This is odd. This is weird. Yeah, it like some white hands too, like some white folks.
Yeah, because they know, you know what's so crazy. They know that niggas gonna catch on to this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
but the only niggas that's gonna actually do this is gonna be some dumb niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Like, it went viral. That's what I'm saying. They had to tell niggas. Nigga, a lot of people was doing this shit. And there's a lot of dumb niggas out there, bro.
It's a lot of dumb niggas out there, but
it's a lot of dumb niggas, bro.
That's on they dumb, man. If anybody in the comments want to do this, if it's a challenge or whatever, please reach out to me in the DM. Let me know so I can bring over some equipment, record you, and I need to keep some kind of camera on you so I can see the aftermath of when you eat the chicken and everything. We need to make this a whole little reality show episode of
that's fuckery right there.
Yeah. When TikTok
nigga doing this shit fuckery. On another note, man, we want to shout out Denver, man. I think Denver is doing something that's gonna set the trend for what's about to get ready to happen. Like, because there's a lot of people that's doing bad out here, man, and a lot of people who have lost their homes, who are living on the street. Denver is actually giving 140 homeless people $12K each in a new program to try to start their lives over. And, you know, I think $12K where a nigga ain't buying no bullshit, no drugs, clothes, and all that, you know, just dumb shit going to the strip club. If a nigga really putting this shit towards his life, $12K, and it's a fresh $12K tax-free, then I think a nigga can do something with that.
So you do know that this is just not for any homeless person, right?
Okay, so what kind of homeless people is this for?
So this is for transgender and non-conforming individuals.
See, it always got to be some weird shit, and it always got to be some dealing with, you know what I'm saying, some trans or whatever.
It says so the city of Denver approved a $2 million contract for the Denver Basic Income Project last week. Up to 140 women, transgender and non-conforming individuals will receive $1,000 a month in cash for 12 months.
Nah, that's crazy.
They ain't say nothing about no brothers. You know what I'm saying? They said 140 women, transgender and non-conforming.
No, there ain't no niggas getting that. Now, I should have said that as a disclaimer. Ain't no niggas getting no program bread. They ain't giving it to none of y'all niggas. They gonna tell y'all to get it out the mud. But I do think it's cool that, you know what I'm saying, they trying to do a little something, you know what I'm saying? But it is fucked up. They putting stipulations on it. So I got to take the shout out back from Denver. But, you know what I'm saying, I thought it was pretty cool that they end up doing that type of thing. And then also, too, man, a lot of y'all motherfuckers, man, I can't believe people still getting scammed like this in 2022 or in the 2020s period. The fact that you think that a motherfucker, you know, and this is crazy because this is in my home state.
Hey, man, I had to
You know what I'm
laugh at
saying?
that one, dog.
Ohio man pretended to be an African prince, you know what I'm saying, convicted of scamming people out of $800K. Now, first off, if this nigga's a prince, how the hell he scamming y'all out of $800K? Like, how is he scamming you out of $800K?
Somebody, please help me understand the game, Donnie, because I need to, you know
Like,
what I'm saying?
like
what's
this
going
nigga
on
don't.
here?
I mean, like, what? I mean, I'm saying, so he's an African prince. So y'all supposed to send him some bread? Like, is this what y'all supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? Like sending this man some money or something like that. Like, I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm confused.
You know, I'm confused at this one also.
You confused at this one also?
I'm confused at this
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you another thing right here that actually.
Uh-oh, that's your theme music.
This actually confused me too.
That shit
Now,
sound like wrestling coming on.
Yeah, that sounds like wrestling, but but this situation right here, man. Now, when y'all look at it, if y'all look at it, you can say what you want to say, right? But when you look at it, tell me what you see. That's all.
We got.
Yeah, just tell me what you see real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to the comments right quick. Like, man, let's forgot to say it. Folks be desperate, so desperate that they believe anything that sounds good. That's a fact. That's how he got the $800K, Donnie.
Yeah.
Folks be desperate, man.
Folks be desperate as hell.
What we got here?
I just found this interesting.
That Michelle looks a little mannish. I don't know, bro.
Things that make you go.
I don't. I'm gonna tell you, Obama is a man, though. I mean, I don't believe that.
That look like. So is that her brother? I mean, who the fuck is that?
I don't know who that is. From the mouth and the nose and everything, it looked like Michelle.
It looked like a little Michelle, but we're gonna leave it up to the comments on this one. I know people I just can't believe that Barack would actually have a transgender as a wife. But hey, it's no secret that he did more for the gays and the transgenders
look at the
than he did for the blacks.
Check out the comments. Somebody named Caramel Vulcan said, "You will never see pregnant pictures of you know who."
Never. Never seen pregnant pictures.
I mean, should we though? Because she had her kids.
I just wouldn't be surprised. Now, I know we don't have the clip, but I remember a clip where Joan Rivers, you know, shout out to the late Joan Rivers, you know, she was being interviewed and she said, well, we all know, you know, Barack is, you know, Michelle is a transgender and da-da-da-da. And, you know, she tried, you know, the reporter tried to play it off, but she was dead ass serious when she said that shit. And, you know, shortly after she passed away. But
Body by Nurse K. I agree with you, Nurse K. That's a little Photoshop. Might be, but it might not be Photoshop.
These are not Photoshop.
I believe she just got a little low haircut or got her hair pulled back and she got on some big ass hoop earrings.
I don't believe Michelle. No.
So you believe Michelle a man?
Listen, let me say this. They got clips. They got clips. This is supposed to be a nigga named Michael, right? They actually got clips of Barack Obama saying Michael and I in speeches. Like, you know how you lose your train of thought because you can't live in a lie. So he lost his train of thought and said Michael and I in speeches.
Michael Levine?
You know, I don't know what the last name would be, but
somebody
the first name of this
right here. You see that right there?
Yeah.
It's like Michael Levine.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Michael, man. And I mean, to be honest, bro, we're living in such a weird ass world, and I know a lot of people look at Barack as you know, especially women. They look at Barack as like a sex figure, like not the president for real. They want to sleep with Barack. Like, I mean, if you line all these women up, fuck what Barack has passed, any laws or policies, just give him the dick. That's all, and that's what Barack was put up there to do. Just basically have women lusting over him, and goddamn continue the agenda because he did nothing for us, bro. Like, I can't say one thing that fucking Barack Obama did, but to be the fucking president. So am I surprised? This has been a rumor going around for a long ass time for people that's in the know, right? Like, if you're not checking for it, it's okay. No problem. But the ones who've been checking for it in that conspiracy lane, these type of pictures and videos and shit been floating around for a long time. This ain't my first time seeing it, but it's trending now. And I think this is a very clear picture to show who Michelle was. And it's okay to admit it, that this might be a little sketchy. But like I said, bro, we'll leave it for the imagination. I just wanted to show our viewers that, and you know, how that would, you know, how Michelle used to look. But yeah, moving forward. And this is another situation. We're gonna jump right into this with the next thing I want to talk about. And to me, I like, this is another thing that I'm looking at, like, okay, bro, do I really feel that you know what I'm saying, that Barack Obama, do I really feel that Bobby Shmurda, right? Like this whole situation, and I don't know if you've been keeping up what's been going on, Trav, but this whole situation, you know what I'm saying, is it's kind of sketchy. It's kind of sketchy, bro. It's kind of sketchy. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you, bro. It is kind of sketchy.
This is real sketchy, bro. Like this is something that really made me, you know, I'm like, bro, like, and then okay, the dude first came out and said that's me in the bed with Bobby, right? He said that's me in the bed with Bobby Shmurda. Now all of a sudden he's retracting it and saying, no, I was just joking. No, bitch, you wasn't fucking joking. You wasn't joking. Somebody came and tapped you on the shoulder and was like, nigga, what is you doing? You kissing and telling. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, that don't look like no female, man. That look like a nigga.
Hey, they probably,
that's a nigga hairline.
You heard me down there. They probably threaten bro life. Like, bro, you gotta
say like, nigga, you tripping.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you gotta say something. You better go back and retract that shit.
Nigga, and Bobby talking about when the hate don't work, they start telling lies.
No, it ain't about no telling lies, nigga. I always thought you was a little spicy when you came out of jail. You was doing a lot of that humping and all that crazy shit instead of dropping records. You was jigging every fucking where. So, with that being said, I didn't think it was far-fetched when I first seen it. I said, oh, okay, so Bobby, you know, he got caught slipping. You could tell he got caught slipping. Somebody flicked him up. And with the whole Rashad situation, Isaiah Rashad, and that situation, that nigga got exposed for sucking on camera and all type of dumb shit. So
yeah, he did.
We got to understand this shit is real in the industry, bro. Like we can't look at this with a blind eye no more. Like we can't turn our heads and be like, oh, you know, this ain't real, or this is some fake shit. Like, nah, bro, like this is evident, man. This is who Bobby likes, man. Like, even with the Fabio Foreign situation, you know, with his baby mama coming out, and like these niggas be on some weird shit. And I think he just got exposed. He got caught slipping. I mean, what you saying about that? You think this is Photoshop right here, Trav, or you think he just got caught slipping?
I think Bobby got caught slipping.
You think Bobby got caught slipping?
Straight like that. Because when I first saw this, I said, nah, not another one. And it's possible, you know. Bobby, you like what you like, you know, but I don't think you want the people to know that. He's not going to be like Isaiah Rashad and
Isaiah Rashad. They ain't had no choice, but he ain't had no choice but to come out though, the way they got that nigga on it.
They got him messed up, bro. Face all in the camera. But Bobby, even though we see you laying up, y'all can clearly see that he is laid up in the bed. I don't care. That's like a whole sideburn right there, bro. Me.
Homie got a whole sideburn on the side of this joint.
And then look at this nigga right here. That's why.
That's him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, bro, like of course you're gonna issue an apology because some niggas ran down on you. So of course you're gonna issue an apology and that whole nine, and you're gonna try to wipe it under the rug because you know you wasn't supposed to say that anyway. Because for you to be fucking with Bobby Shmurda means that you tied up in this industry thing a little bit. So I personally think that's why dude came out with an apology, because some niggas tapped him. Period. Niggas tapped him. That's exactly what happened.
I agree with you, dog.
You know what I mean? But it goes to show, bro, like who's next? I'm like, to me, it's like in Hollywood right now, who's next? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Who's gonna get exposed next? Because all these niggas is on some suspect shit to me, bro. You know what I mean? And I think, like you said, they're not gonna come out because it's bad for business. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna come out, they're not gonna say too much, they just gonna ride with the punches because, like, you know, it's bad for business to come out and say, like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I go both ways, you know what I mean? Like, nah, nigga ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean? So I can't see a nigga saying, like, oh yeah, I'm going, you know, I'm bi. Like, niggas ain't going with that. So of course he gonna try to shade that shit, and of course somebody reached out and tapped that man, and that's where we at with it. But speaking of being tapped, right? Like this other situation right here, bro. Like this situation to me, like, you know what I mean? Like I really want to know, like, when we talk about checking in and we talking about this whole Cali shit, dealing with this P&B Rock situation, right? Like, you know, RIP to P&B Rock. You know, he had his little funeral service, I think, today out in Philly. But, you know, niggas is making it a point now to drop videos talking about checking in. And this was a situation where two Cali gangsters, and, you know, shout out to Cali. Cali got their own laws, their own rules, but, like, I want to play this video where these niggas is they talking about checking in. But I want to hear, motherfuckers got to check in. Let's hear from the OGs about how niggas need to check in. You know what I mean?
Land, the southern side. I'm right here with the homie from White Fence. Check it out. If you ever in Los Angeles and you are here handling business, make sure you tap in with some solid homies for your own security. The streets is dangerous. If you're not tapped in, you will get stepped on. Believe that. You will get stepped on. Believe that. The streets is dangerous. Tap in. Tap the fuck in.
Yes, what's popping? So I'm gonna go live. We're gonna have a conversation about this
so
tonight.
So we can pause it right here. So homie talking about tapping in, right? Like, okay, y'all niggas need to check in. It's dangerous out here. Y'all niggas need to tap in. So does California have their own tap in line? Like if we go out to Cali or whatever the case may be, is there a 1-800 number that we supposed to call and let niggas know we there and we should tap in and, you know, shit like that? Is that what we really supposed to do?
It's something. I'm gonna tell you that now. You gotta be connected to somebody if you're a certain person, if you're a certain caliber of person, and especially if you calling yourself a street nigga, you need to know somebody.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you need to know somebody, but it's like,
because you go into them areas, you know what I'm saying? If you just
it's not even a street nigga. It's not even a street nigga though, because they basically, you know, it could be any type of entertainer or anybody that's in the industry that's on the black side. They want them to tap in because niggas is getting robbed, niggas is getting jacked, but you don't hear about the white entertainers or other ethnicities getting ran down on or nothing like that. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's just our people. And that's the crazy thing about it. Like, our people are the only ones that got a fucking check-in rule. Like, oh, we got to check in. Like, I could be going
because our people are the ones that be on the BS. That
facts.
Want a game day and all this. We don't know what's going on with the essays. You know, they live their own life. They don't be involved in our so-called hip-hop mess and beef or stuff like that. Now, I'm sure they have some kind of rule where you need to be checking in if you some super gang banger, whatever you do, you some street cat, whatever you do, you need to be talking to somebody. You should be connected to somebody out here. So at least you can let people will know that you're around and they can try to make some kind of safety measures.
But isn't that like a form of extortion though?
I mean, it is what it is though.
Like if I gotta check in with you and drop the bag, because it's not about just checking in. Apparently, Quando Rondo checked in. It didn't drop the bag, and that's why, nigga, that situation happened, and they sent homie a message. You know, like with the P&B Rock situation that recently happened, they're saying now that this was like a premeditated, like basically like, yo, homie had beef. This wasn't just no random situation. Like, nigga had beef and niggas came to check on him.
Yeah, I read that actually.
You know, so if I gotta go check in with a nigga, shouldn't I just have security? Because think about it, like if I go check in, let's say with the Hoover criminals, right? Because they ain't Crips no more unless you're dealing with the 5'9" or the 5 Deuce or the 5'5. So most of the time you're dealing with Hoover criminals, right? So if I'm dealing with the Hoover criminals, them niggas beefing with damn near every set out in LA. So if I reach out to them for protection, when these niggas bring me heat, if I'm walking with a mob of these niggas, like what's happening? They see they ops. I think it's just best for me to hire security at that point. I don't feel like it's right for me to be walking around the hood with gang.
First of all, it's not right for you to be walking around the hood.
Not even the hood. I should say LA or wherever I'm at.
Let me say this, please. Let me say this. What we need to stop doing is going to different cities, different states, different countries, going to the worst parts of the place. Why are we going to the ghetto? It's like, and being so like, ain't nobody finna touch me. I'm certified nigga, street nigga. Boy, stop playing, cause what them nigga want to touch you, they gonna touch you. Don't care who you is. Man, y'all stop thinking you're getting clout, my nigga, by going to the bad part of town. Man. Stop doing that, bro. I don't understand it. Me personally, I'm not going to Africa, nigga, and going where they walking around with hyenas and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that, bro. That's just not what I'm doing. I want to go somewhere where it's nice. I don't want to see nowhere where it's poverty and it's fucked up, my nigga.
No, I'm not trying to see none of that either. But I think when you're dealing with places like LA, especially, right? LA is just so damn territorial and they got so many different sides or whatever the case may be. And there's only a couple of strips that's technically where you can, be at peace at. But when you got the damn mayor and chief of police like, yo, we can't protect you out here. We don't suggest that you come out here. Then I think niggas need to take heed to that and not come to these areas like you said at all. But I mean, all I'm saying is if I got to pay to check in with a rival gang of another gang, I'd rather just pay security. I can pay three or four niggas. I can pay 3 or 4 niggas that can walk around with choppers, vest up, looking like military, just to protect me, and it'll probably be the same tab. Because think about it. You ain't about to you about to drop a bag off to the criminals. Like, you're going to give them about 10 bands or better to probably more than that to secure you for a whole weekend and all that type of shit.
They might not secure you for real.
And they ain't going, and like I said, they're going to bring their beef to the stage too. Like their beef, what beef they might have. Like, nigga, we is in they hood. So it's gonna be they beef too. Like, I'm with these artists today, my nigga. We ain't beefing with y'all today. We gotta secure these niggas. Man, hell no, it's on site everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
It's on site. And it's crazy, LA, even like recently, like New Orleans, obviously. What I'm saying, made headlines because now they're back as the murder capital of America for the homicide rate. Like that situation right there is just, to me, like, okay, niggas take pride in this shit though, bro. Like when you go speak to niggas like, yeah, nigga, my city be chopping them down and my city this and my city, the murder rate is like, niggas take pride in gunning other niggas down, bro. There's niggas in New Orleans right now that's happy that they're number one back in the fucking crime rate right now, fucking murder rate. Like there's niggas that's happy about this right now. Like they ecstatic. They like, yo, we back where we belong. We supposed to be the top shotters. Like, come on, bro. Like I just can't. Like I can't see it.
I can't. Like, I can't either, Danny. I don't understand it either, bro.
Like New Orleans, bro. Like it like to me, and New Orleans, man. Shout out to New Orleans, bro. New Orleans is a beautiful, beautiful city, man. It's dirty, but it has a lot of culture and what I'm saying, stuff like that. And it's like, it's so crazy that their environment and everything is really just based off murder, voodoo. You know what I mean? It's just it's really nuts out there, man. This is also crazy too, man. Like, and a couple people asked me in my inbox, I'll be posting crazy shit to my stories on IG. But this situation right here. That's a man trying to like this situation right here, I feel like is crazy, bro. Like I had to post this shit because what the fuck? This is the twilight zone that we're living in right now, bro. Like I want to play this clip with this shit, man. Like
was that music? Was that music playing behind that?
I mean, it was like a harmony. It wasn't. I don't think it was.
That's a man trying to breastfeed.
The baby has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any milk.
you will get a hate speech violation if you speak against this stuff. That's how backwards and sick and disgusting this world has become.
Well, I guess, Donnie, you're gonna get a hate speech violation.
Man, this is
I'm gonna
crazy.
probably get one. Now they can go and give me a hate speech violation. I don't care. They can't shut me up anyway. But I don't even know what to say about this, bro. A man is trying to breastfeed. I mean, where is the milk coming from?
I mean, I don't know, man. And this is what I'm saying, bro. If I find that the school is teaching my children this, right? Like, if I find out that this is what's going on in the school that my kid getting taught at, bro, I'm coming in, I'm kung fu kicking shit.
But
like,
with your daughter or your child, what? Hold on, what you mean by that?
Like I'm saying, like if they teaching this in the school, shouldn't no man, like you said, like
I highly doubt they did.
Bro, they teaching all type. They're trying to teach all type of weird shit in the school. Why not? They teaching fucking pedophilia and all type of other shit.
Where a man get milk from?
Bro, that's a good question. I was about to say that nigga probably jerking nigga and putting it in the nipple or something.
They can't even put that in the science book. You know what I'm saying? Or something. They can't. Yeah, no, they can't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? They can't teach this in school. But yeah, this is obviously weird. We see what color these people are. I wouldn't put nothing like this past my own people though. I know because they be foolish. Man.
I'm just saying, like, who the fuck is supposed to?
Man,
like, who is breastfeeding for real?
I'm gonna have to hit you with the crickets on that one, bro.
Like, I just want to know. Like, I had to hit my own self with the crickets. Like, yo, like, who the fuck is who the fuck is breastfeeding though? Like, for real, like.
And is this obviously this is a gay couple? Just mute your phone, dog. Turn your silence on. Put your phone on silent. Obviously this is a gay couple. So I'm wondering, are both men gonna try to breastfeed, or is it just one of them? Like this,
I feel sorry for the child.
Man, do not
because the child. You got to understand what happens when the child gets older. Like, was that a boy, baby?
Man, don't let Dave Chappelle get a hold of this, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like that.
Ain't no telling what Chappelle.
He gonna eat their ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. But man. Yeah, y'all gotta stop with all this weird stuff, man. Let's just be regular people, you know. And then the thing about it, if you want to do weird stuff, once you put it out on the internet, it's public. Everybody has a right to their own opinion about it, and it's nothing you can say. Nigga, we finna talk mad shit about your ass. We finna make jokes about you.
This is definitely something that's gonna get talked about, right?
It's gonna get talked about. It's a man trying to. You don't even have no titty. You got a peck. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
and this man, like, he trying to put the baby on there. Bro, like, that shit just weirded me out one time. What you feel about this situation though? Moving on, right, to some normalized shit. But what you feel about this situation with August Alsina and Tory Lanez? Obviously, you know, it was a video, and there was also footage, a picture, August Alsina with his mouth busted open. Like Tory Lanez ran up on him, but we had some audio, you know, obviously they put out where August Alsina, obviously he pressed Tory Lanez, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and Tory didn't want no smoke. And then allegedly right after that, when Tory had his bodyguards and all like that, that's when he ran up on August. But
let me ask you this though. Even though Tory had his bodyguard with him, he didn't jump on August. They didn't jump. He hit the nigga by himself. Now his bodyguard may have gave him a little more confidence.
I say confidence, and then also if you fighting, you gotta watch out for the bodyguard niggas, because you gotta think about it. If you get off on Tory, you're paid, but you're paid to protect Tory.
They're gonna get you up off of him.
Yeah, they're gonna get you up off of him, and at the same time, they're gonna rough you up at the same time. You know what I mean?
What this audio talking about, Danny? Let me see what this audio talking about.
Online, bro. And you, what is this? What up? What up? What up? I hate when niggas don't keep the same energy with you. Why did you speak on my business online, bro? And you, what is this? What up? What up? What up?
Oh, that's all they say?
Yeah. I mean, like, he ran up on them speaking on the business because remember, Tory dropped some shit
I thought he had chumped him though. So
Yo,
he,
no,
he
remember,
just asked him a question.
Yeah, but he, you know, it probably ended. It sounded like in a chump way though. He was like, "Bruh, you heard what he said." He said, "I hate when niggas don't keep that same energy when they ain't online." Why? And you know, he pressed him with that.
He said, "Why did you drop my name online?"
No, he said, no, he said, "Why? I hate when niggas don't keep that same energy."
That's what he said.
Yeah. So when a nigga come at you like that, and then he say, "Why?" Like that long drawn out why, nigga, that nigga checking you. Remember, he ended up saying some shit. Tory ended up saying some shit, commenting on that whole Jada Pinkett and August Alsina situation. And you know, August ran down on him when he seen him. He was like, "Bro,
let me ask you something. Do we know what Tory said after this? Because obviously this clip cut off after August was talking.
I mean, I think Tory made his, you know, found a way to get up out that situation, right? Found a way to get up out the situation. And at that point, that's when, you know what I mean? That's when he ran into him again, that's where he had to put some pause on that nigga. I think that's probably what happened. You know what I'm saying? But when you got your security and you all laced up with your security, it's just a different type of time. You can't really look at that and say, like, you know, of course that's gonna make August a little shook, but I think right then and there, nigga, when a nigga pressed you, you should have ran up on him. You know?
4 Lord said, did all that just to get stomped out? Tory was probably thinking like, "Pop, don't y'all niggas got sickle cell or something?" Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about this situation. It's funny, man. I heard about it a couple of days ago.
Hey, and you know what? I'm glad you said that, because speaking of Pac, you know what I'm saying? We have some fellow podcasters that actually are going to put up some bread because niggas is still trying to find who the fuck killed my nigga Pac, bro. Like, niggas want to know to this day who whacked Pac. So Tupac Shakur, you know what I'm saying? Podcasters are offering 100,000. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, there's been $1 million, you know, rewards for Pac's killers. Pac has been alive. Pac's never died. You know what I'm saying? You'll never find out. You know what I mean? But ain't nobody about to find Pac for no 100K. It just ain't happening. You're going to come. A nigga have to put up $1 billion or some shit like that, I think, to get some evidence on Pac. Like some real life evidence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's over with, bro. Pac dead. Pac been dead. May his legacy live on.
I found this real funny, though. Top female cheaters. Now to me, obviously Jada Pinkett with her whole sex scandal and everything like that, she's going to get number one, but let's take her off the list, right? Because she really doesn't count. How many Jada? You're not running into multiple Jada Pinkett's. If you're lucky to get with Jada Pinkett, you one of one. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to RBY Prince for tapping in, man. What's going on with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? So if we take Jada off the list, you know what I mean? We got flight attendants, we got FedEx workers, we got hairstylists, babysitters, dental and nursing assistants, food stamp recipients, all baby mamas. Now, I don't know about that one. I'll talk about that. Girls that twerk, that could be valid. If she sells plates, she definitely could be dropping some pussy off with them plates. We definitely got to look into that. If she got a Facebook account and stay-at-home moms, Walmart cashiers.
That's almost all women, ain't it?
I mean, man, except for, we left off a few categories, right? But that damn show is about almost every industry. He said nursing assistants. He said dental. You know what I'm saying? I mean, are we right about this?
I mean, you know, it is what it is, man.
You don't believe that list?
It got some truth to it. And females are known to cheat better than men. You know, they be a little more discreet with their shit. You know, we tend to be the ones that get caught all the time for some odd reason. But it is what it is. We be a little more sloppy with ours. So be it. But you know, there's some truth to this list. Matter of fact, baby mama's girls that twerk, and if she got a Facebook account, it's damn near every woman on the planet. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at right now with it. Why
I mean,
you?
I feel personally, you know, you could say flight attendants because you got to think a flight attendant, bro. They everywhere. They on every side. You know, she can have a nigga on the West Coast, nigga down on the South. She can have a nigga in Chicago. Like, she can have niggas in every city just on some shit to where she just bored, though. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, she could just be bored. Like, I'm not trying to fuck a nigga. I just want to go out and have a good time and shit like that in these cities. So I can definitely see a flight attendant on this list, right? I can also see, I mean, if she's a stay-at-home baby mama, I can't really see her being getting turned because you got to think like it's a nigga that's taking care of her for real, like for her to be a stay at home. Now, can she? You know what I'm saying? Like, where does she find time? And I think the only time she would get she would be with the kids. So that's some disrespectful shit. So now you got the kids around while you jugging.
I mean, that's common. I'm going ahead and tell you that now, bro. That is very common.
Okay,
your kid to be in the other room, nigga, and she'll be getting her salad tossed somewhere else in the house, bro. But think about this. You got the cable guy who always coming over because the internet is just always going out for some reason. So the Xfinity man is always coming over every other week.
Right. Okay,
you know what I'm saying? You got the plumbers. It depends on how much money you got the pool guy. You know, you got the maintenance man, especially if you stay in an apartment complex. Maintenance men are all over this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
What about the babysitter? And I think the babysitter run into problems. The babysitter, though, like peep game, though, the babysitter fuck around running into problems because the baby daddy be trying to hit the babysitter. So I think that's how the babysitter falls on that list too.
Possibly.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
very possible, dog.
You know, now cashier, I would say the cashier is just out of necessity. Cashier making bottom of the barrel. She's subject to, you know, fucking with a whole bunch of niggas because she running into niggas at the cash register. You feel what I'm saying? She's seeing all different type of niggas getting rung up 24/7.
Let me tell you something about Walmart cashiers. A lot of Walmart cashiers had a don't fat. You feel me? So
yo, drop a bomb for the Walmart
holidays, man.
That's out here and they got donks.
They get hollered at, bro, on the regular, man. So niggas come through. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, they meet a lot of people.
Yeah, Walmart definitely meets a lot of people. So that's my few I had to take off that list, man. You know what I'm saying? If I left something off, I would say also they should have put strippers up there too. Like strippers needed to be up there because you got to think about it. Like a stripper, you know what I'm saying? She can go back to the boom boom room and get it in. You feel me? Like she can go back to the boom boom room. She ain't gotta take that shit home. And they're more liable to cheat because they seeing all type of niggas. That should have really been number one because they seeing niggas with bread. They seeing athletes, entertainers. You know what I'm saying? The nigga at home might not be able to compete with that shit, obviously. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? Strippers really should have been on there. So that would be my picks. I'm gonna add strippers on in there. You know what I mean? But that's on my take with this shit. But another take, man, what I wanted to weigh in as far as when it comes to hip hop,
wish that Wayne would have
comes to just our culture and you know what I'm saying, who has had the most influence, right? I think that's different than when we talk about makes the greatest music, but who really has the most influence? And Charlemagne the God, he wanted to weigh in on that situation because he had, you know, he's giving his top 4, and I'm gonna let y'all hear what he's saying, and then I'm gonna let you know if I agree with that.
Yeah, Jay. No, he's 4. Kanye. Well, I'm not gonna say the order number, but it's 4. Kanye, Jay, Pac, Wayne.
You got
4 most influential rappers of all time.
In there now too.
Not the 4. No, not the 4. No.
The 5.
You know why I don't put Chief Keef in there? Because Chief Keef didn't influence like the world. He influenced a sound of a region. Yeah, he didn't influence the world. Those 4 people I named literally influenced people all over the world. Kanye, Jay, Wayne. Who did I say? Kanye,
Pop.
Jay, Wayne, and Pop.
I think
I just wish that Wayne would have flexed a little bit more on some Wayne.
I think
I mean, I kind of agree with him. Those 4 people did and have influenced people all over the world. So what he's saying ain't far-fetched. You know, we got some up and comers. You know, so there's some people coming for them 4 top spots, and we're gonna see.
Yeah,
one of them is definitely Kendrick. Kendrick don't want a Nobel Peace Prize, bro.
Well, no, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, no. What he's talking about when he's saying that the people that most affected our culture, you got to think like Jay-Z and Tupac. I would say Tupac then Jay-Z were the two most influential.
I got to think about what I didn't disagree with him.
Okay,
I
well,
didn't disagree with what he said.
I think those two were the most influential artists in my generation, right? You know, because growing up off Tupac, the way Tupac influenced hip hop and the way he changed everybody over to thug life. Same thing with Jay-Z, as Jay-Z made niggas boss up and get on their grown man shit and focus more on the money and the material. Pac was more on the, you know, get niggas to rebel type shit. And both of them succeeded. And they grasped, they had like the people, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z living still got that to this day. Like when you watch Jay and how Jay is moving, like, yeah, stood the test of time. And I think Pac would have been on that same type of time. And obviously Kanye, we see what Kanye's doing in the market right now. Like Kanye's killing it as far as fashion and everything else. For him to still be on top of his game is crazy. You know what I mean? How he's influencing the culture. And obviously Wayne, I feel, has done the most damage, right? But the way Wayne has influenced the culture as far as with the drugs and the lean and the gang banging and hip hop, I mean, like all that shit, everybody is a carbon copy of this nigga that came after Wayne. So I don't feel like nobody else until we move further along in life. But then when we move further along, like if we wanted to add a couple more people, right? Then we have to add Chief Keef, because obviously Chief Keef will be my next person because the way he's influenced the game with the word op, like that word, nigga, is universally used now for your enemy. Nigga, you brought something to the culture that is still holding the test of time. Drill music, just the whole culture of that whole thing, nigga, comes from him. So if we had to add another person, it would be Chief Keef. He would be my number 5. My number 6 would be Young Thug, because Young Thug got niggas with that feminine shit. Like Young Thug was the one that made niggas, you know, think it was cool to wear purses, paint their nails and all that type of shit, booze and bays. Like this nigga was able to cross that over and still rock your snot box, turn your shit off. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like he had both parts. He got the thug and he got the, you know what I'm saying? He was able to cross that shit. And you see the effects of that to this day. So when you look at these dudes, like those is my top 6 of all time. And I challenge anybody, nigga, to jump in and say who else was the influence. You know what I mean? Like who, like you can't put nobody else in there. We can add more to the list if that's what you want to do, but it ain't no taking them niggas out.
So just off the top of your head, Chief Keef is one of the most influential artists of all time. To you, Chief
He's
Keef.
number 5. He's number
Keef?
5. Yes, he's number 5. Because look what he's doing. Look what he was able to do and cultivate. Like what he brought to the game, even though it was negative. I'm not saying artist-wise as far as artistic, but the type of style that he brought to the game, where niggas was doing high-priced videos and shit. Chief Keef's first major song, Don't Like, was shot in his fucking people's house. Niggas just got no shirts on, jumping around. Like he introduced something to the game that was foreign at that time, and now it got its own lane. It got its own genre now, drill music. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say like, and then all the young niggas look at Chief Keef as the GOAT. Like all the niggas, Kodaks, all these niggas look at him as the GOAT, and rightfully so, because he's the one that got niggas on that type of time, drilling, talking about dead ops in your song, the word op, all that type of shit. He really was the first one to put Chicago on the map for that type of time. Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about influence over the youth, because the further along we live, the older we're getting and more youth are coming about. So, of course, he didn't have that influence over me, but the youth in that era, man, he had them, bro. He had them. And the number 6, like I said, would be Young Thug, because niggas is all that femininity shit came after Young Thug. Young Thug is the one that popularized that shit and made it cool. So influence, those is my top 6. I can't think of anybody else who can infiltrate that top 6 and influence. Like fuck you know what I'm saying, the fact that a nigga might be better. Like I agree, Kendrick Lamar, if we're talking about rhymes and skills and shit like that, of course he's up there. But when it comes to influence, bro, like it just ain't there. Like
negative influence. That's what you're saying. When it comes to negative influence,
yeah, just when it comes to the influence that's been influencing our culture, because negativity is what's fueled our culture.
Chief Keef and Young Thug.
Then would be my add-ons right there, 5 and 6. Yep. Do you have anybody else that can rival that, or that you would put in there?
I wouldn't even never thought about them. I do understand what you're saying about Chief Keef, but he did not start the drill music thing. You know, he
popularized it. Yeah, of course it was songs and niggas was drilling before but he was the main nigga that came out and popularized that shit. He's the one that got niggas saying all that shit, and he was the catalyst for all that shit.
See, Chief Keef music don't even sound like drill music to me, for real.
I mean, but if you listen to Keef, I mean, he was the one that popularized all the shit that we saying now. You know what I mean? Was he a a drill rapper to what you hear now? No, because it's more defined. It's kind of like how gangster rap got more defined. Like, I think when drill music first started off, it started off in the Chief Keef format, and now you getting it to where it's at right now. You feel what I mean? But I agree with Charlamagne is saying as far as his top 4. I can't argue with that. I would just add on a 5 and a 6, and that would be Young Thug.
Young Thug got a lot of influence. Young Thug got a lot of influence, but who you think influenced Young Thug?
I mean, Young Thug, from what he say, I mean, he caught influence off Chief Keef and Lil Wayne.
You know what? Wayne is number 4 on that list, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, when it comes to shit like that, you know, and like I said, we've talked about different movements that had influences like Cash Money. If we had to throw them up as a whole, niggas, you know, Gold Grills and White Tees and Jabos, like niggas really was fucking with that shit. But that's like a whole group. I'm talking about just influence as far as the period of life. And I think that he hit it on the head with those 4. And like I said, if I had to add 2 more on there, those would be the 2 that I would add. You know what I mean? But for sure, like I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that list he put out. I think that's a solid list. You know what I mean? But overall, man, obviously, man, we appreciate the fact that everybody coming up in here, man. You know what I mean? And comments is always real and shit like that. For those who didn't catch it live, catch us on the replay. But we can't end the show unless we go into some fuckeries, right? And I know, Trav, you got a couple of fuckeries lined up. You know what I mean? I want to go ahead and throw these out there, man. And like I said, the fuckeries, they just don't stop, man. This shit just gets weirder and weirder by the episode. You know what I mean? I feel like this right here, you playing with a man's emotion when you do this. So when my man does what he does, he's justified by doing this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, this was a funny one to me, man. But I don't know who to get his fuckery to. Do you get a fuckery to the wife, or do you get a fuckery to the husband for what he did, man? Let's watch this video.
Birthday to you.
And he walked off a little fruity, man. Man cut the cake and seen them LSU colors, man. That purple and yellow, and had a fit, man. So, Donnie, who you giving the fuckery to on this one? The man, wife, or bruh for smashing that
I'm
cake?
giving it to bruh because, first off, my nigga, you could have just... Now, let me say this. If my man lost some bread, like if you really lost some money behind this whole thing, and this was a situation to where you lost some money, or you know, this brings a traumatic situation to your brain and your people know that, then that's fucked up for them to do. But obviously I don't think it was done that way. I think it was just done out of just being a joke, just being a little humor. But for you to smash the cake like that and run off, that's why you got to get the fuckery, bro. because to me that's some sensitive ass shit.
Well, he even got the Alabama A tattooed on his neck, so he a dead serious Alabama fan. They probably live in Alabama.
Yeah,
man, folk go crazy about that Roll Tide, man. Folk them folk, man.
I mean, but at the end of the day, him and his character and what he, you know what I'm saying, that whole thing right there, that's weird to me, bro. Like that, you know what I mean? Like, you got something wrong with you. You might beat women behind the scenes, my nigga.
Look how he was holding a knife at first, though. Like, he knew something was wrong. I just peeped that too. Like, he had the knife here, like I'm finna stab somebody. Hope my cake be right. Like, he expected something for real. Like, that's wild, man.
That's crazy. But you know, this one right here, man, to me, you just can't fuck up no more at work, man, than doing some shit like this. Like, you doing this at the job, bro, is just not cool. I don't like, did the man get fired after this, bro? Like, this next clip, man, we about to show. I just think, man, this shit is just crazy, and that shit just pierced the fuck out of my ear. But yeah, I just think this shit's crazy right here, bro. Like, what is you doing, my nigga?
Oh yeah, somebody get fired. Oh, they tried to put the trailer on the boat. Somebody getting fired. Somebody lost their job, bro. That's over with. That's over with for them, man.
Like that situation right there, bro.
Lost their job.
They definitely lost their job, and rightfully so, man. You can't like you done turned the whole boat over.
But it almost looked like the trailer was too heavy for what they had it on. Because you see how the truck just flipped over?
Yeah, the truck didn't have a chance.
It ain't have a chance. That weight,
the
when they went down when they tried to put it on that boat, they just flipped.
And I'm wondering, was the nigga that's in the truck, well, did he make it out the truck?
He had to jump out. I mean, he should have been, he should have jumped out. When he felt that back tire go up, he should have went on ahead and hopped out that thing.
I mean, but this right here, man, yeah, it's just crazy, bro.
Donnie, how do you handle this on the job? Do you stay in the truck? Like, do you jump out the truck and then do you jump out the truck to try to save your life, or do you stay in the truck and try to finesse the situation?
I'm trying to save my life at this point.
The trailer and save the truck.
I'm saving my life at this point. I'm not fucking with that truck, because think about it. Once I go on the water, it might impale me. I can't fucking get out, and I'm not gonna be able to save myself.
What do you do? What do you do when your boss says, "I gotta let you go because you should have stayed in the truck because you had it"?
I gotta get let go. I mean, I'd rather him tell me that alive than, you know what I'm saying.
I feel you, bro.
That I'm gargling fucking bubbles underneath the water. But
I feel you.
You know, this is a prime example of, man, not doing drugs on the job. Obviously, man, something was off about this guy. But yeah, these were two funny fuckeries that we had to put in there. Usually they might be depressed, they might be crazy, but these two right here were kind of funny. You feel what I'm saying? Even though dude might have lost his job, the other dude might have got into a domestic violence situation based on how he smashed that cake. But hey, man, it was a funny situation, man. It was another great episode with my Gemini brother, Trav, man. Y'all know where y'all can check us out at, man, on the replay, man, here on the YouTube channel, man. If y'all not subscribed, subscribe. DeadBolt ATL on all platforms, man. Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that, man. Check our live streams out, man, each and every week, man, where we gonna talk shit and swallow spit, give y'all the game, man, and let y'all know what's going on all around the galaxy. Trav, you got any parting words for everybody?
No, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit like, subscribe, man. Tap that bell, man. Turn on the post notification, man. So you
share this motherfucker.
Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate everybody that hopped in the chat.
Facts.
Participated, man. Yeah, I'll see y'all next week.
Next week, man, we gone. DeadBolt ATL, man. We out of here.